What do you think your role as a celebrity influencer is to play to encourage more charitable giving in general, not just for this cause, but for multiple causes?
I think so. It's using your platform for good. So I think showing that golf is a way that you can connect with so many people, and there's so many charitable causes out there. And so I go to all of these events, and we're always giving back, and there's so much money. And just to be able to promote that on my platform, and I know that that's what I can do, is to give people that audience. And so it's going to events like this and sharing it, and being more informed and knowing about like what's going on and doing my part and helping out there.
Is there anybody at this tournament you've never met before that you look forward to meeting, or perhaps a player you met a long time ago that you're eager to catch up with?
Yeah, so I'm playing with Gary Player today, which I'm so excited about. I played with him 2 other times before, and he's just a ball of energy, and I always look forward to it. So it's great seeing him again. And there are a lot of people I played with, Davis Love, in our fun little par 3 contest, and he was talking about the Ryder Cup, and so it was so great to meet him. And I'm excited to meet like Tom Watson. So there's a lot of players that I have seen or been around, but never had the opportunity to really interact with them. So I'm just excited to get to know everyone a lot better, especially on the women's side as well.
You are now the most followed golf personality on Instagram with north of 3.2 million followers. That's more than Tiger, that's more than Rory and Ricky. How does it feel to be atop that leaderboard?
It's crazy to think about. I think a lot of people are surprised by it as well. But what I really try to do is just put out really fun, engaging content and make golf fun. I think, again, we have this idea that golf is a bit stuffy and it's expensive, and I'm showing different ways that everyone can get involved, and just to again laugh, and I think people are enjoying that content. Something that's a little bit different than what else is out there, and so I try to approach it in that way. And still, it's shocking that people want to follow me and are continuing to follow me. I never expected that when I started this, but it's really been a great journey, and hopefully I keep building.
Is there a date that happened? Because I can't find it. Was it like last month that you passed Tiger, or do you know when it happened?
I'm not sure the exact date, but it's been actually for a while. It's just when they posted it on Instagram, that's when everyone actually realized where the standings were. So it's been on for a little bit now. But to now get that recognition of, building my audience, I still think that people just look at me and go, oh, well, she hasn't done much, and maybe not my golf accomplishments, but I have put so much hard work into my media career, and I have been building it for a while now. And so it's fun to see everyone's reaction of just shock when you saw it, lined up like that.
Golf is red hot right now, just the industry in general. I mean, participation in 2021 was up 16% over 2020, which itself was a massive year. Has 2021 also been your most successful year in business to date?
It actually has been. 2020 was actually surprisingly a good year for me, I think, with everything that was going on. It was switching over to digital, and since that's my space, I was able to do a lot with different companies, which was exciting. And then building on that in 2021, it's been nice to now do pro-ams again, and that's a big part of my business as well. So getting back into that it's been great. But again, every year has been better and better, and it's been building, which is exciting.
As far as new endorsements in 2021, other than PointsBet, are there other ones?
Yeah, so I work with X Golf, which is an amazing place. So it's basically, you can go there and they have golf simulators inside, and it's so much fun. I work with Swag Golf. They make the coolest head covers in the game and one-of-one putters. I work with Dynamic Brands, so they have Flagpole to Go and Bag Boy and Club Champion as well. So I have some really great partners, and PointsBet has been huge for me. That's so new, but it's been an incredible journey so far. So I have the best partners, and they let me do whatever I want and post what I want, and they really trust me, and so it's been great.
Do you think that 2022 will be an even better year for you because of the trajectory you've been on than this year?
I hope so. I mean, we always want to keep getting bigger, but I think it's just getting more confident in what I'm doing. And I think that is why I've been more successful. I think before I was always doubting myself or listening to the negative comments, and I am now comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm comfortable in the direction that I'm going, and we're always trying to continue to keep building outside of just, social media. And so either that's investing in new companies or, having different avenues with like practice plans, whatever it may be. We're always having new stuff on the horizon. And so that's the goal, is just to keep building outside of, social, and obviously I was using social media, but just expanding as far as we can.
If you could start like a dream business, like maybe in 2022, 2023, what would it be then? Like, you want like a Paige Spiranac restaurant? Do you want like a driving range? What would that be? What would that look like?
Gosh, I have so many goals. One is to do a golf course, which I think is definitely down the road, maybe not 2022. But I would love to build a golf course, a place that people can go that is less expensive, more laid back, just really fun, maybe just like a 9-hole golf course. But I'd really love to get into CBD. That's something that's really helped me. I have a lot of anxiety, and it's something that I use every single day. So I'd love to start my own CBD company. Clothing, I was thinking about doing potentially like a clothing line a couple years ago. Maybe want to get back into that. But yeah, just there's so many things I can do. It's just picking and choosing and deciding what avenue I want to go in first.
You do a lot of win around with me contests. What's a question that fans always seem to ask you when they meet you for the first time and actually get to play golf with you, maybe?
So the first question is always like, who's the coolest person you've ever met? And they want kind of like the the dirt behind the golfers. But I never tell, obviously. So that's always the first question. Favorite golf course that I've ever played. And then usually they're all just pretty excited about how I am in person. I think that people see me on social media and they're either have like a misconception of me, or they think I might be a little bit different. And so when they meet me in person, they tend to be surprised with, how good of a player I actually am, or just how nice I am, again, because there's a disconnect between social media and real life. And so it's really fun to meet people in real life.
Cyberbullying has been your biggest cause for many years. Have we as a society made any progress in reducing the amount of it that goes on, do you think?
I do think so. I think there obviously is a lot of negativity on social media. There's a lot of positives as well. And so I always try to focus on that. But I think that getting it out in the open and people talking about it. And I think you're seeing a lot of athletes now, and just everyone in general, talking about mental health, and they're using social media as a platform to share positivity and social issues and whatever people care about. And that's something we've never had before. And so, yes, I do think that we're making progress in the right direction. The conversation has been started. I think it will take time, and there's always going to be negativity or bullying on social media, because it isn't just real life, and that will never completely disappear. But I think that it is moving in the right direction.
Last question. Peyton Manning and Eli Manning do that alternative Monday Night Football broadcast where they commentate, and it's been a big hit. Do you think the same thing could work in golf? And who would be the commentators?
Yeah, 100%. Gosh, there's so many good people who could potentially do it. I'm trying to think, like Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, they have that dynamic. They've known each other for such a long time. There's a lot of guys on tour who actually have such a really great personality, and we don't really get to see that. We saw it in the Ryder Cup when they loosened up a little bit, and you could see it come out. But there's so many really great guys who I think could do it. But I would love to see more of that, especially in golf, because you don't really get to show off your personality too much. And especially, pros who are playing full time, it is hard to, it's almost a disadvantage sometimes to show that, because you have to show some vulnerability. But I would love to see that. The same thing with, Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg when they did it for the, like, it was going viral, and that's what you want, that's what you need. And I think I would love to see that along all of the sports.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Paige.
Thank you.